Okay, so part two. This blog and our travels are really all about food, but obviously it's about the people that we meet along the way too, which it's probably just as much the people that we meet along the way as it is the food that we're trying. And it's also about, promoting our state. We both grew up here. Our parents grew up here. I think we go back, each of us, at least 3, probably 4 generations in West Virginia with our families. So,
and I just have to say, this was your crazy idea. I was just going along for the ride. Thought it would be a little bit of fun, but it turned into a way bigger of an adventure than I thought it would be, and
a lot of fun.
Blast. A lot of fun.
So we met some really interesting folks this trip. First of all, talk about Saturday morning when we're leaving to go out for...
Saturday morning, we're in the hotel lobby having some coffee, and then all of a sudden I hear, Rusty! It turns out it was a client that I trained 3 times a week for 3 years, and then she moved to Knoxville, Tennessee 2.5 years ago.
He's a personal trainer, by the way.
Haven't heard from her, and all of a sudden she comes up and gives me a hug, and she's like, oh my gosh, I've missed you. And she actually had a workout that I developed with her that she does when she's on the road, and so it was kind of nice to see, and a little pat on the back. She said she hadn't been able to find a trainer that she liked as well as me. So
it's crazy that, of all the times and all the places that you would run into somebody.
Yeah, her daughter was on a choir tour, traveling through different states, and they were spending one night in Martinsburg on their way to, I can't remember where, but so run into each other in Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Crazy. Then, this, just so you guys know, we don't the first month when we went to Barber County, we did go from restaurant to restaurant. It was a bad idea. We were so stuffed, we could hardly move. We got back to the hotel that night, and we were just like,
So this time we spaced it out a little, so we had at least 4 hours between stops, at least.
So Saturday afternoon when we're in Martinsburg, we go back to the hotel, and we decide we're going to go. There's a pool there, and it has, it's an indoor pool, but then it had a sun deck. So we decided we were going to go hang out on the sun deck for a little while, and
we were just there watching some woodchucks that were in the field, and this older lady just walks up and starts talking to us. Her name was Peggy.
She's from Pinehurst, North Carolina, currently, but she's originally from the New York City area.
And her husband and dog had died within 3 months of each other, so she had her other Boston Terrier, Mandy, with her, and she was taking a trip, traveling around. She was going up through Canada and back, and we talked to her. We found out every pet she had ever owned, every pet pictures of every pet her kids had ever owned. We learned all about her husband.
She told us how she came to have the current dog that she has. She was driving in Pinehurst, and the dog was loose running around in the street. She said she pulled over and blocked 2 lanes of traffic, got out and got the dog, and put it in her car, took it to the vet. She put up signs, put ads in the newspaper. Nobody ever claimed the dog, so she said it must have just been fate that this dog was supposed to be hers.
But she was a real character. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and she set her drink down. The dog went to take a drink. She went, no, Mommy has lots of alcohol in there.
Right. She was great. She was great. And I think the thing that I loved the most about her was, her husband and her dog died within 3 months of each other. She could have easily just, curled up into a ball and just given up or whatever. But here's this lady, she was probably in her 70s, and she's out, driving to New York, picking up her brother. They're going to go all over Canada for like a month or something, and, just full of life. That was great. Loved meeting her.
She wasn't afraid to talk to a stranger. So.
Right, yeah, she was really, really nice. I hated that we didn't get a picture of Peggy, but,
I hate it. We were supposed to meet her later for a drink, and our timing mismatched, and we missed her. Our bartender,
probably by
Amber, which by the way we loved Amber too. We had
let's talk about Amber a little bit.
She was a lot of fun.
Bartenders are a special breed of people. They
some have it and some fake it. She was definitely one that had it.
Absolutely, yeah. She was very genuine and very. She just she sat and talked with us. She was very personable.
We were talking to her. It was last call. It was closing at 15. It was 11 o'clock. It was 10:45, and then in comes
Nick
and Erica. And so we started chatting with them. We had 15 minutes. Bar was closing, so they convinced us to walk down the street with them, and search several places.
We ended up walking about a mile away to a BW3, and we closed them down. I'll post pictures of Amber and of Nick
And they were
and Erica.
paranormal investigators.
Yeah,
they were there for a ghost tour that got canceled.
It's great. I mean,
they had babysitters, so they just decided to make the most of it.
That was our dog, by the way. Sorry.
By the way. But we had a blast. We made new friends with them.
Yeah.
We took some funny pictures.
We did.
Which you'll probably see posted.
We'll share the funny pictures. But they
exchanged information. We've already been texting back and forth. They're Facebook friends with us now. So it was just a blast meeting new people.
Yeah, it was really great.
A lot of fun.
So, I mean, in addition to all of the restaurant owners, and again, thanks to them, if they watch this, just know that we really had so much fun meeting you, talking with you.
Eating your food.
Yeah. But it's just great to... One of the things that I want to say about this, we've often talked about moving away from West Virginia, and, the economy here isn't that great, and we both know that there's probably good job opportunities away from here. But getting out here and actually meeting folks and hearing their stories and finding out, the passion that they feel for West Virginia.
And there's a lot of positive in this.
There's a lot of... I think sometimes we get too honed in on the negative, and we don't really look at the positive that's here. So this has been like a really great, soulful experience for me, just to kind of get back in touch.
Cheers to West Virginia.
Cheers to West Virginia. By the way, these videos that we're doing and management of where we're going and all of the information that we gather and put together before we go out on one of these trips, we're doing it all on, I'm going to put a plug in here, on the Samsung S5 phone. It's amazing. It blows my mind that we can do all these things with just like a little phone. It's weird to think about it, but that's kind of cool.
Technology.
It's great. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for following the blog and for all your feedback. Anybody that sees this that is in any of the counties that might have a restaurant, if you go to our website and send an email, let us know if you want us to come by. We'd love to come and visit and try your food and talk to you and interview you, and we'll do the same thing for anybody. Just call it. Just let us know. Just send us an email, and we'll definitely come see you. But anyway, thanks.